Good morning. Today is Sunday, June 18th, 2023. And this is week 9 of the Bitcoin weekly price forecast. So let's take a look at where we've gone in this past week and where we're going. So this is the weekly chart on a regular scale. We're not looking at logarithmic. So again, since November of 2021, we have been on a steady downslope. Little bit of recovery here and then came all the way down. And then we just did this ranging nonsense for months. For months, we just kind of sat in this range and did nothing all the way from June 2022. So about a year ago, actually almost a year ago to the day, to January when we started taking off again. So we were still kind of going down here and then we came back up. And then we've just been on that tear ever since. So we're at a pretty interesting crossroads right here. I'll get rid of that. Get rid of some of these other drawings from last week as well. If we take a look here, so we've gone up since January. We've come back. We've recovered. We have broken these highs. We're above the 200 moving average, which is important on the weekly chart. I see this as a retest because we came back all the way up here, and then we had this retest coming back down here, and I think this is going to be the catalyst that we need to go much higher. I'm talking 35,000, 37,000. So really, I think my first target is about 37,000 right in here. Right in here, I have this target for 37,000 because that's the most recent push off point, push down point. So this should be a pretty decent supply zone right here that we're able to take advantage of. So let's say that 4 hours. No, that's weekly supply. So the interesting part about supply, right? So again, people have been selling this entire time. They've been selling. Then we get to the bottom here, and we were not really able to push past 15,000. So they've been doing all this selling. The interesting part about going back up is the fact that since all these people have sold, there's not anyone really else to sell. Not saying that people can't sell and whatnot, but the majority of the people who have sold their bags, they're already done here. So once we go back up, these supply zones, these zones that we could bounce back down from, they become weaker and weaker. So if we would have done something and come like this and then going right back up, that would have been pretty strong. But considering that we've come down here for, what was that? That was April of 2022. That's been, the longer you go out from different supply zones, the farther you go out from supply zones without retesting them, generally the weaker they're going to be. Same with demand zones, if we were going the opposite direction, going up and whatnot. But we'll see. Taking a look at the daily chart. So something interesting here to note is the fact that it's been 3 months. So if we look here, that's Saturday, March 18th, 2023. And today is June 18th, 2023. So exactly 3 months that we've been pretty much, we had this initial rocket in January. And then again, like I said, we've just kind of been doing this ranging nonsense. It has been going to a downslope. So I really think this is a retest of that 200. So it's going to be interesting. So we've, effectively done this zone from here all the way to here. We've had this zone. And yeah, we have this major downslope at this point. As you can see, it's probably pretty decent liquidity right there for us to be able to go back up. And then you also have, if we take a look here, you also have this channel that's formed, right? So you've done two things. We go up and down and up and down and up and down. As you can see, that this channel is constricting. And right now we tested the bottom of this channel and you have the confluence of the 200 moving average. And now it looks like we're pretty much following this line. This is the forecast that I made a couple weeks ago saying that we would come down, probably bounce around for a little bit around here and then just rock it off. So this week is going to be very interesting. I'm super excited. Super excited in the sense that you can only test these channels so much, right? So again, worst case scenario, we come back down here and then go again. But we have proven over and over that this channel is pretty strong. I don't see them actually breaching that level at this point. There's a lot of good news out there. Some of the things that we have to talk about are, let's see what happened this week. So actually, we can probably dial in a little bit further. Let's go down to the 4 hour chart. So this is the start of last week. So that was, Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this was the start of last week. So again, we pretty much did nothing Saturday, Sunday, nothing Monday. We didn't really do anything. There was a lot of news that happened last week. So I think the main two ones that you had were the FOMC meeting, which releases your federal funds rate. And then you also had CPI to be released, which is on that Tuesday. So CPI really didn't do anything. I mean, inflation numbers actually came down just a little bit. I think we're at somewhere like 4% or 4.1%, somewhere like that. So this was your inflation candle. This is your 4-hour like inflation candle. This is the news got released at about 7:30 in the morning. You come over here. This is Wednesday. Wednesday, you had your FOMC meeting. Those minutes were released, I want to say about 1 o'clock. So somewhere in here, this is 11 o'clock. This is a 4-hour candle. So, you know, they got released. The federal funds rate stayed the same. I think we're at like 5.2% maybe. So no change. There was no rate hike. There was no rate cut. And Jerome Powell has already said that he doesn't foresee us doing any rate cuts. So the market we'll go down one thing farther. So they got released at 1 o'clock. And the market kind of chilled out. And then like as we entered the end of the day, we had this major sell-off. So this was, I can't remember exactly what this candle was. I think it had to deal with like the Binance lawsuits, Coinbase lawsuits. Like everyone's getting sued at this point. The SEC is just going crazy. I think they're personally, I don't know what they're doing, but it's fine. Like it's not fine actually, but they have been suing everyone. There's an all-out attack on crypto in and of itself. But the interesting thing is Bitcoin seems to have been given the green light, really on a global basis. So one of the other interesting things that happened was, I want to say it was Thursday or Friday. BlackRock, I think it was Thursday. BlackRock announced that they would be filing with the SEC for a Bitcoin ETF, a spot Bitcoin ETF. So right now we have Bitcoin futures that are listed on ETFs, but we don't have Bitcoin spot ETFs. Doing that will give a lot of legitimacy to Bitcoin. It'll allow a lot of money to flow in from different funds, whether they be pension funds, retirement funds. If you're not aware, BlackRock is the biggest asset manager in the world. Like worldwide, I think they have like $10 trillion something worth of assets. So for better or for worse, when they begin to move money, things tend to happen. So it was very promising to see at the end of the week. We came down. This is Friday. This is 9 a.m. We just really went on an absolute tear from 9 a.m. I think I actually put a trade right here. I had this little wick down, and then it just went off completely in my direction, all the way up to how big was this? Like if we took that move from top to bottom, that was a $1,500 move, 6.4% gain. Well, a 6% gain pretty much in 15 hours, so less than a day. Went on absolute tear. So we completely blew through this zone right here. So that was a really good sign. So we saw this. This is, we'll call that a 1 hour supply. We'll call that a 1 hour supply. And at that point, really, I mean, once we blew through that, I think we were good, right? So if we go back up a little bit further, the next point that we have to break is 27,000. Once we get past 27,000, in my mind, if we get to this channel right here, let's say we break 26,800, which is, roughly 27,000. So let's just give it 27,000. Once we break 27,000, and I say once we do it because I know we're going to do it, all bets are off. So really, I'll delete this scenario because actually this one played out. So pretty good call here. So it played out. We bounced up and then we came this way. So my prediction for next week is we do something like this. We can potentially, where's the path? I don't see it. Okay, there we go. We could go, we have two scenarios, right? I think we're really just going to blow out of here. We're at 31,000 right now. That's the weekly supply. Let's do this. Pull that over. That takes us right up to 37,000. So I think that we can do this. We can probably come up here, break out, retest, and come right back here to that. So that is a roughly $10,000 gain in a week, in a very short amount of time. So we can do that. I think we could potentially come back down to the channel. and do one of these and one of these and still come up here. I do not see us, personally, I don't foresee us breaking down any farther at this point. We're at 24,000. This right here was about as low as I thought we were going to go. And I tended to, I think I proved to be right? So we came down to like 24, what is that? 24,750. I think I had my, I think I had a trade that like 24,600 was my stop loss, something like that. So I think I actually ended up closing that one out for some reason. There was some reason that caused me to go ahead and close it out. I think there was some price action down here that I wasn't a fan of, which is fine. I'd much rather do that than take the loss if it potentially went the other direction. So I'm fine with small losses. I love big gains. I love little gains, whatever it might be. You just cannot take big losses. That's the only cardinal rule in trading. Do not take big losses, and you can control that. So yeah, that's pretty much my forecast for the week. I'm super excited. I'm really excited about the upcoming week. I think we're going to see some fireworks for sure. If not this week, then the following week. But there's a lot of confluent factors that are adding to the fact that we could go somewhere. So I think that should be it. Let's take a look at one more thing. Let's go here. We'll go to the back testing. Or maybe not. Okay, whatever. That's fine. Was it back testing supply and demand? I can't remember. Back testing, presentation. We'll do supply and demand, see where we get. Yeah, this is what I want to see. Okay, so let's take a look at the weekly chart. There's a lot going on here, and I don't like it. Let's take that off. Let's take this off. Let's take this off. There's that channel that I was talking about again on the weekly chart where we're still in it. So that's cool. You have this channel that's ascending that way. We can even take the moving averages off. I don't need to see that. Take the zone off, and I don't know what this is, but we can take that off too. So let's zoom out. Bitcoin, as I've come to discover, moves in parabolas, like these perfect parabolas, and it's very interesting to see. Taking y'all back to algebra 1 for a second. So we come up here and run down a little bit. This one could probably be drawn a little bit better, but it's a little bit more of an elongated parabola at that point. We had this type of movement here. We can delete this, but then you have this parabola coming down, up, down, up, down, up, down, finally, and then we go up, and then up, and then up, down, up, down, up, down. Finally, we come here. It makes these big swooping parabolas, and I just love this price action. It's like from a mathematical perspective, it's beautiful. So we come down here, boom, 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 and now we made it to the bottom of that channel to where we start breaking up again, breaking up again, breaking up again, so on and so forth. And then we've come down, retest, boom, retest again, boom, up to 37,000. So a lot to pay attention to at this point in the game. Again, for real, this time I am done. But excited for the week. Hopefully it should be a very great trading week and a very great week for crypto overall. So especially Bitcoin. So we will see you next week. Hopefully you have a great trading week and a great week overall. And happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, Key. Talk to y'all later. All right. Bye-bye.